Today, I want to take you through Shopify's new 3D scanning feature that allows you to 3D scan your products and then put it on your Shopify store so that your customers can view your products from all angles and even view it in their own space. You'll need an iPhone 12 Pro or above. Also, you'll need to update your phone to at least iOS 17. If you don't do this, it won't work. You'll also need some sort of elevated surface, and you'll quickly realize why you're going to need this when you watch the rest of the video. Also, the surface needs to be a solid color, so I'm just going to put a piece of cloth over my glass table. You want a solid color so the app doesn't get confused where your product starts and ends. You're also going to need to walk around the object that you're scanning, so make sure you have enough clear space to do that. For today, I'm going to use this little guy. And finally, the lighting on your product needs to be even for the scan to look good. So make sure your product is sufficiently lit before you start scanning. And now we're ready to scan. First up, you want to open up the Shopify app and then go to products. Then hit scan, and from here, all you have to do is follow the steps. First thing to do is aim the pointer at your product and then click continue. It actually shows you how the data points are coming together to form your product, but just ignore that and pay attention to the rings and the pointer. The goal here is to fill up the entire ring, and to fill up the rings in the most efficient way possible, you need to aim the pointer towards the center of your product. You know you're pointing at the right spots when the ring starts filling up. If it doesn't, then adjust the angle that you're pointing from or go further or closer. If you've missed a spot, don't worry, the app will generally tell you to go towards it and give you other helpful hints along the way. Okay, so after the first scan is done, it'll ask you to do 2 more scans. So generally it asks you to do one from a lower angle and the other from a higher angle. So every time a new scan starts, make sure you're pointing your camera from the angle that they're asking you to do it in, and you'll be able to tell that you've hit the right angle when the ring starts filling up. Alright, so I'm just going to fast forward this part because I'm pretty sure you'll get the point. And there we go, it's all finished. The model takes a bit of time to generate after the scan, so grab a cup of tea because it's gonna be a while.
Oh boy, the cookies are ready!
Just previewing the results, and wow, can I just say that I'm really impressed just with the level of detail that it captured and how it looks exactly like the original version. Alright, so now I want to see what it looks like in real space. Click on this expand button at the bottom right, and when the camera pops up, point your phone around the space you want your product to appear at. Whoa! This is incredible. I can't believe how realistic this looks. And also, can I just point out that it managed to scan auto and real size. So check out this side-by-side comparison. The size accuracy is totally mind-blowing. So that means if I click and drag it anywhere in the room, I know exactly how it'll fit. I hope you guys see by now why I'm geeking out over this. Okay, so when you're happy with your scan, uploading it to the product page is easy peasy. There's 2 ways of doing it. The first is through the app, and the second way is through desktop. First, you have to load up your Shopify app, and then once you're on it, you want to go to products. I've created 2 products here so I can show you both methods. So I'm going to click more. You can see here that in the media section, it says that you can upload videos, photos, or 3D models. So you're going to click on that, go to the Files app, and then click on the model that you're happy with. So I'm going to click open, just wait for it to upload. It might take a little while. It's going to say that it's processing for a while, so just wait for it to finish. And when it's done, you can see the otter or whatever it is you scanned on the preview thumbnail. If you click on it, you can even open it up and then view it again in AR. So now you know how to do it from your phone. Let's find out how to do it through desktop. Next steps are pretty easy. So I've already logged into Shopify. I'm not going to show you how to set up a store or how to do all of that because I'm pretty sure you already know how to do it. And if you don't, there's a lot of tutorials out there. And like I said, I've created 2 products. Product 1, so you can see the otter is already on it, and then I've got product 2. So let's go to product 2, and then now we're going to upload Otto the otter into it. So all you have to do is click and drag onto the media part, and then it just takes a little while to upload. Wait for it. Anytime now. But anyway, Otto the otter is now up here. You can actually edit. And to edit it, you have to click this edit file button. So I've made the mistake of actually clicking on here straight away, making my edits, and then it just the changes weren't made because there's no save button. So edit file, so you can see when you're done, you click on this button. But I'll explain all the settings. So first of all, environment is, I guess, the place that your 3D model is sitting in. So to explain that a little better, pretend that your 3D model is sitting in a fake digital environment. And so if there's purple lights in the environment, then your 3D model will look a little bit purple to reflect that. So for example, this one, right? So now that I've changed the environment to sunset, you can see that it's a little bit purpley, it's a little bit orangey. So if I chose city, then it looks a little bit more neutral. And then you can also change the lighting. So they've kept it simple here, and there's only one setting, which is the exposure. So I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit, and the background at the moment, it's on transparent background. If you want a solid background like this and to change the color, you can. It's like that, for example. I don't know, I know it's not the best, but you get what I'm saying. And then after that, you can actually change the camera angle. So at the moment, you can see that Otto's on the side, which isn't really what you want. So I'm gonna change this to 275, so it's facing us now, and then I'm gonna rotate him up slightly like this. And you can also zoom in and out, so if you want Otto to be this close initially, then sure, but let's leave it at 0 because I quite like how it is now. So when you're done, click on the green button, and lastly, I want to change my preview image. So I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of Otto, just like that. And then I'm gonna go more options, replace thumbnail, and please don't judge how many screenshots I have on my desktop. I know it looks a little chaotic. There we go. So when I close it, you can see now that the preview image has changed to my screenshot. And let's just sit there for a bit and let it process. And now there we go. There she is. So now I can preview. And okay, it squished my image a bit. I think it's because of the theme, so just make sure that your image is clear. But we ignore that for now. You can see that the UI is actually really good, because initially it shows you an image, and then you can actually choose to click on this 3D button. And that's where you can see Otto. So it even indicates that you can move Otto around, like so. So you can see Otto from all angles and even zoom in on her cute little face. Okay, so it does look pretty good, but there are a few problems that you probably should consider. For example, one of the biggest problems I can see is it does have some compatibility issues with certain themes. Like the default one I'm using right now should be a view in your space button somewhere, but I don't see it. Which means that if you're having this issue, unless you get a developer to fix it, people won't be able to view your 3D model in their space. I did Google it and I found a solution for Safari on this forum. I'll link it in the description below. Also, another big thing I noticed is that there doesn't seem to be support for product variations. Here's what I mean. So if I select a color variation on the side, I'd like to be able to see the changes reflected on the 3D model. Like, for example, if I chose blue, I'd like to see a blue version of this product in 3D, right? But after digging around a little bit, I don't think Shopify supports that yet. So for example, I tried dragging and dropping a 3D model into the variation slot. You can see an error message here to show that it doesn't currently support it. But what you can do is drag and drop more 3D models into the media gallery. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not the most user-friendly. But if these drawbacks are a deal breaker for you, then don't worry, just go to paperballoon.co. We have a 3D and AR solution that you can integrate into your Shopify website without code. It's totally affordable and it works on any browser. And you can add as many variations as you need. So don't be shy, come talk to us. If you thought this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments what else you want to know. It helps me create better content that will help you. And as always, see you next time.